Good morning, and of course, welcome to all of you to this Kälkälist conference. I'm excited to open this important gathering with you. As a Minister of Jerusalem and Heritage for the State of Israel, I came to the United States, here to New York, to speak, first of all, about historic Jerusalem, but also to bring you a vision of the future regarding our capital city. Last week, I showcased at the United Nations a fascinating exhibit about the archaeological finds and that demonstrates the continuous Jewish presence in Jerusalem and the inseparable connection between Jerusalem and the Jewish people. But today, I have come here to this conference to tell you that Jerusalem is not just a city of the past, whose stones bear witness to a grand history, but also Jerusalem today is a city of the future. As I mentioned last night at the gala evening, Israel is a leader of innovation. However, many of you will be surprised to learn that Jerusalem now is a first-rate international high-tech capital of its own right. In 2015, Jerusalem came in the 37th place on the list of the 50 most innovative cities in the world. Cities that do most to support the emerging startups, according to the report by Startup Genome. The year after this, Jerusalem was already 10 slots higher at the 27. And now, believe you or not, it seems that Jerusalem in this year will be in the list of the top 20. I think it's a very, very interesting and very dynamic situation in the startup economy in Jerusalem. Jerusalem now is the second highest rated Israeli city on the list. Of course, Tel Aviv in the top 10, currently ranked in the impressive 6th place. New York is the second, and Silicon Valley, of course, is the first. But Jerusalem high place on this list bears witness to the tremendous effort being invested in Jerusalem innovation industries. There are now currently about something like 600 high-tech companies in Jerusalem. The growth of the high-tech sector is the best demonstrated by a quick comparison. Only in 2012, some years ago, we have the situation that only 20 technology companies were being established in Jerusalem every year. In 2014, 2015, it will be then 100 new companies that were created annually. And you can see the difference only through some years. Private investment in the high-tech by angel investors and venture capital funds came to less than 60 million shekel. It's only $17 million in 2012. But 2015, this number has jumped to 250 million shekels, $72 million, and is continuing to rise. Again, you can see the difference only through some years. Of course, I'm sure that all of you have heard about Mobileye, the small company which grew in Jerusalem high-tech sector and enjoyed an incredible exit when it was bought by Intel for over than $15 billion. In addition, in this year, we succeeded in bringing to Jerusalem a R&D branch of the military company Rafael, the developers of Iron Dome, where they are working on advancing Israeli military capabilities. They are just some of the many, many examples of Jerusalem high-tech technology and high-tech economy now. Jerusalem today has 12 accelerators and hubs, including, for example, Mass Challenge, one of the largest high-tech accelerators over the world, which was founded in Boston. And since they decided to establish some branches over the world, Israel was one of their places that they decided to go. And Jerusalem in Israel was exactly the place that they decided to go, and not to Tel Aviv. In 2018, in this year, this accelerator will begin the third session, and we will include over the 50 startup companies from around the world who will undergo the 3-month acceleration process in Jerusalem. This is now probably the largest accelerator in the country, and of course, thanks to it, Jerusalem is becoming now the international hub of technological innovation. Over the course of the five years, the Ministry of Jerusalem and Heritage, we decided to invest about 10 million shekel in the project together with Mass Challenge, when they matched it by another 20 million shekels that it raised by themselves by Accelerator. Additionally, we are supporting many other accelerators, like CIFTEC, for example, which was the first accelerator in Jerusalem, and working in collaboration with Google Israel, was the launch pad for many Jerusalem companies. Or A2B, an accelerator that operates out of the Israeli College of Engineering in Jerusalem in cooperation with Microsoft and provides a platform primarily for companies founded by students in the college. Another example, very interesting example, is a JEST, the only accelerator or hub in East Jerusalem. My friend Isaiah Frege spoke the previous evening, yesterday, about the importance of bringing the Arabic sector in the state of Israel to the field of high-tech. And of course, the challenge to bring to high-tech the entrepreneurs in Arab community in Jerusalem, it's very, very important challenge and very interesting activity. JEST offers short courses in programming, hosts lectures, meetups, and networking events with the high-tech industry leaders, as well as offering fundraising support. They especially focus on helping women and young people advance in the high-tech sector. I spoke about the accelerators that we as a government are supporting, but there is now my good friend, the former member of Knesset, Ariel Margalit, who is personally responsible for very, very important investment of the development of Jerusalem high-tech economy. In addition, some 18 investment funds operate today in Jerusalem. Now we can say that something like almost 15,000 people work in the high-tech in Jerusalem, including many from communities where the high-tech is not common career path, such as Haredi or Arabic communities in Jerusalem. How did this happen? How did Jerusalem turn into a place with such dramatic growth in the field of technological innovation? This didn't happen by itself. This growth is noted as an understanding that you have to integrate. The top-rated university in the country is Hebrew University of Jerusalem, one of the finest in the world, with the technological colleges, the tech laboratories and incubators, some of which are located within the university itself, to create the perfect synergy between faculty, students, startup companies, and tech incubators. This understanding, along with the desire to transform Jerusalem into Israel's capital of high-tech, has led us as a ministry to invest hundreds of millions of shekels to developing technological entrepreneurship and high-tech industries in the city. We are grants assistance to the companies during the startup phase and developing the city, improving infrastructure, supports hubs and accelerators, and strengthening, of course, the whole entrepreneurial ecosystem. Another field that has developed in recent years in Jerusalem is that we in the government have identified as a field worth investing in it is, of course, medicine. One of example is our support in the founding of digital health companies in collaboration with Hadassah University Hospital. Our goal is the establishment of 12 new companies each year, leveraging the vast knowledge and expertise in Hadassah, and each company's partners and patrons to strengthen the entire ecosystem in Jerusalem and translate that knowledge and experience into new companies and initiatives. This is a targeted accelerator focused on the medical devices, whose development requires special expertise and relevant academic knowledge. There is more. We believe that Jerusalem has special potential also because of its demographic diversity. Today we can speak about Jerusalem, if you want, as a kind of the lab of the future state of Israel. If you try to analyze the demographic structure of Jerusalem today, it seems that it will be the demographic structure of the state of Israel only through 30, 40 years. And then if you will succeed to solve the challenges of the Jerusalem and develop the economy, including the high-tech economy, in the sector like Arabic sector and Haredi sector in Jerusalem, it will be a key for the economy of the state of Israel only through some years. Today, 1/3 of the Jerusalem inhabitants are Haredi Jews, who for many years, of course, we are not considered in the worthwhile investments that could contribute to the Israeli economy. We at the Ministry of Jerusalem and Heritage believe that in order to bring Haredim into the circle of contributes to Israeli economy, we must help them integrate into Jerusalem's academics and, of course, Jerusalem industry. That's why we support special projects that especially designate to this community. Take, for example, very interesting projects. The Snowball Studios, who produce animation for Disney. You won't believe it, but Jerusalem now is actually the home to one of the studios, which employs Haredi women who of course themselves generally do not have television in their own homes. These Haredi women, they are responsible of creation today of the characters that the children of everyone in this room will be addicted to in the coming years, when the children of this woman will not see them probably any time. Where you could something to hear something about this only in Jerusalem. I could go on with more examples, more achievements, more statistics, but in the end, all of our efforts can be summarized in my open sentence. Jerusalem now is not only the city of history, the city of past. Jerusalem now became the city of future. Jerusalem now became a city of high-tech. Jerusalem now became a city of healthcare, of academia, and of innovation. And I want to use this possibility to invite you, every one of you, to be the part of this successful story of Jerusalem's future. Come invest in Jerusalem, come be part of the success of this very, very dynamic and interesting story of Jerusalem, Israeli capital, and probably the key for understanding of the Israel of tomorrow. Thank you very much.